What's going on, guys? It's Dorian from Cravings, and today, if you haven't seen the new fancy thumbnail, we're gonna review and predict a few things coming out of the Rising Rampage set. I think it's a niche set. I think it has a lot of archetypes and cool stuff in it, but I think it's the first out of many sets to come that is gonna change what we're playing meta and what we're playing going forward. And it's got a lot of cool things in there that could probably be a lot better in value. But hopefully this review is worthwhile and maybe you'll enjoy some of the cards, so you'll see some stuff that you haven't seen before. So let's get into it.
This is on the Yu-Gi-Oh card database. You can find it anywhere, specifically at www.db.yugiOh-card.com. You can go through any set you want. You can go through the ban list. You can even build a deck and save it on here. You can print a list on here as well. Currently, we're going to look at Rising Rampage. It says, like right here, it says sneak preview of selected cards, card list. Release date is on the 27th. I'm currently filming this video on the 23rd or earlier. So yeah, these are cards currently in the set based on the sneak peek and the rarity thing. These are just the card list. So we're going to go through every single card, maybe pick out some nandy dandy ones that are kind of neat. All the images will be sampled. If I click them, nothing happens. If I right click them, nothing happens. You can't steal them or make proxies or anything like that. So that's just, it is what it is. So start off, this is Cap Shell. Cap Shell is one of the TCG exclusives, I believe. I think this could be a really good card. You can only use one of the following effects of Cap Shell per turn. If the card is tributed, you can draw a card. If this card is used as material for a fusion, synchro, or link, you can draw a card. So not exceed. And then if this card is detached from an exceed as a material, you can draw a card. But only for a monster effect. I mean, when is an exceed never not a monster? Rescue Interlacer, I think that card is useless, but it's a level 3 and it's a cyber, so maybe it'll get useful. Cross Debug I looked at, it's a level 2. If it was a level 3, maybe it'd be better. All the Maren cards are good. It's going to build a decent deck, so I think this is one of the main ones. You can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a Maren link monster point to. You can only special summon Seahorse once per turn this way. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one water monster from your hand to a zone a Maren link monster points to. So it's just a free special. It's also a once per turn, and it's a hard once per turn. So, but I mean, relatively, Seahorse is also, I think it's one of the ones that comes in the fancy rarity as an ultra. Sea Star, DMZ Dragon, more Dino Wrestler stuff, Dino Wrestler Riccio. I mean, we're gonna do all this when we open some packs. Fortune Ladies are in here. The Yosenju stuff is in here. Yosenju. And the Tenyis. So the Tenyis I really thought were going to be cool. I saw a Tenyi Draco deck that was kind of sick. We might feature some splashing of the two later on. But I guess to speak on the Tenyis, there's a few of them of each type. Is it type or attribute? No, of each attribute. If you control no effect monsters, you can special it. So you're not using Demise in this deck. If you control no effect monsters, you can special it. If you control no effect monsters, you can special it. They all do different things. Fishuda's a cool one. Big booty, 2500. The Simorgs are also in here. They're really cute. When this card is normal summoned, you can activate this effect. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Simorg monster in addition to your normal summon set. So you just additional normal summons all the way around. And if you normal summon again, you can additional normal summon. This is your Searcher. There's the big boy. Your opponent cannot target this tribute summon card with spell trap card effects, spell trap cards or effects. You can use each of the following Simorg effects once per turn. When a spell or trap card is activated, when a spell trap or effect is activated, quick effect, you contribute one wing beast monster, then target one card your opponent controls and shuffle it back. So that's kind of sick. When a winged beast monster you control is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Also very sick. Darkness is also very sick. While this face up on the field, this card is also a wind, so it's dark, but it's also wind. You can only use each effect of Simorg Darkness once per turn. If you tribute summon a dark or wind monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when the monster was tribute summoned, or even if not. So kind of niche because it comes from the graveyard, similar to a Diabolus effect. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, you can tribute one winged beast monster and negate it. So this one spins and this one negates. And that's kind of cool. Wow, I haven't seen a BES card since like I played Yu-Gi-Oh back when I was a little kid. I think I had another BES. It was like a spaceship looking one. I don't know what it was called. More spaceships. Reptilian, Ran Ryu instead of Re-Ran. You can only control one. If you control a spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster with 1500 attack, blah blah blah. Except Ran Ryu, special summon it. So he obviously tutors for something cool. This card just looks sick. A Vida Rebuilder of Worlds is a light level 11, 3500 attack, 3500 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by there being at least 8 or more link monsters with different names on the field and or in the graveyard. So total, let's say there's 3 on the field and 5 in the graveyard. You can special summon this card. You cannot special summon other monsters the turn you special summon this card. So it has to be like the only thing you summon. This card's special summon cannot be negated, so no warnings, no nothing. If this card is special summoned, shuffle all other monsters that are banished on the field and in the graveyard into the decks. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So, to the effect activation. So, this card is pretty sick. It includes like the dopest protection that Super Poly has to offer, as well as has some like really high stakes conditions. But I can see this being a really good card, a really niche card in the future. Witchcrafter, Golem, Aru. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets spellcasters, lame. Mokoro Chi. This is the sick one. I really hoped that this wasn't going to be a super expensive card. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can banish 8 from the top of your deck face down. The important part is that they're face down instead of face up, unlike Snow. You can special summon this card. So 2450 attack and defense. It doesn't make him bigger than anything else, but he does banish things from the top of your deck to summon him. You can banish 3 cards from your extra deck face down, then target one face-up monster on the field, then destroy it. You can only use one of the effects per turn. So at like end phase, you could special summon him, and then on their turn, you could banish 3 off the top of your face deck, at the top of your extra deck face down, and then just pop something. Relevant, but is it sick? I don't know. This probably only good going into like it's a dark monster, it's a level 8, so rank 8 plays are kind of sick. Maybe in Thunder Dragon Chaos, maybe. Cataclysmic Cryonic Coldo. If a face-up wind monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand and place 1 spell or trap on the field on the top of the deck. You can only use this effect. Yeah, okay, that's lame. Volt Tester, level 7 Thunder. This is the guy that can he comes if you go to sneak, you get this guy as a promo. 2400 attack, 1000 defense. He's a Dark Fiend. It looks just like one of the Majesties. I don't know how to say his name. I'm not going to butcher it. If this card is tribute summoned, you can destroy any number of face-up monsters your opponent controls whose combined attack is less than or equal to the original attack of the monster tributed to tribute summon this card. So, if you normal summon this card over a Dynamite, you can pop any monster. It destroys any monsters that have the combined attack that are less than 2800. Is that simple to understand? I imagine that's simple to understand. Beat Raptor was a special lead release as a shiny boy in Dark Neostorm. He's a dinosaur. Negate the effects of monsters in the EMZ while this card is in the main monster zone. It's pretty hot. You just put him on the board and he negates everything. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 1 Beat Raptor from your deck. You can only use the effect of Beat Raptor once a turn. He's not amazing, but he's decent. Script Sculptor. He's a fairy, looks lame. Reversible Beetle. Fortune Lady Every. Overload X Charge. So this is the card on the mat. This is the card on the packs. 2 level 4 dark monsters, dark dragons. Neither player can target this exceed summoned card with monster effects except its own. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. It loses 600 attack and defense. Then you can special summon 1 Boral monster from your graveyard, but banish it during the end phase. Also, you cannot special summon other monsters or attack directly for the rest of the turn. So, I mean, like, you could just special summon a sword or something and just, like, hit them. Yeah, I think that's pretty sick. 3000 attack, 2500 defense. That's like the highest rank 4 I've seen other than like Utopia. So that's pretty sick. Blue Slug, obviously like the Link one, the mandatory one. Anemone, people are gonna have a hard time saying this name, as we've already seen. I think I have a list of cards coming out where I just make a video making fun of the amount of times or like the names that people try to say wrong. This will be one of them. Maren Marbled Rock, that's a secret. That'll go up in price if the Maren Rock deck, deck is sick. Monk of Tenyi, lame. Shaman of Tenyi, lame. I wish it was good. You can discard one card, then target one worm monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also for the rest of the turn, cannot activate effects of monsters special summon from the extra deck, except Tenyi monsters. So, I mean, playing in Draco, that's not too bad. When an attack is declared involving your face-up non-effect monster, you can target... Like, again, you need a non-effect monster. I hate the Tenyis. I wish they were sick. Wind is pretty sick. You can target one wind monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to a zone this card points to. So just like Hita, if this link summon card is destroyed by battle or is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while it's in the monster zone, you can add one wind monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. I don't really know what you would search for this right now other than like Droll, or is Droll like 1800 defense? I'm not sure, but we'd have to double check. Lickmail Archfiend looks sick. I don't know if it'll be good. I hope it goes up in price. If this card is special summon, you can target one Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed monster you control or in your graveyard. All monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to the targeted monster's attack until the end of the turn. That's pretty complicated, but it's cool. Your opponent cannot target monsters you control that were special summoned from the extra deck with monster effects. Also pretty cool. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish one of any of these types from your graveyard instead. Yeah, pretty sick. He doesn't have the attack of a good Link 4, just at where Saryuja is, but it's pretty cool. This is the chase card. This is the card on the mat for the regional season coming up. 2+ monsters with different names except tokens. You got 3 arrows down, 1 arrow up. You can only control one Appaloosa. The original attack of this card becomes 800 times the number of materials used for its Link summon. So if it says 2+. So if you take a 2 and a 2 and you make it, then it's only 800 times 2. If you take, if you make it like Saryuja and you use 4 monsters, it's 800 times 4. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can make this card lose 800 attack, and if you do, negate the activation. Obviously, if the attack is at 800, you can only use it once. You cannot go negative. That's just how the game works. I'm sure they should explain it on the card. It might come up in judge rulings. I can't believe people will be that silly, but I can see its relevance. Defender of the Labyrinth, pretty good. Normal decks. There you are. You got your Link monster because you needed one. Non-effect monsters you control gain 500 attack. Also, effect monsters your opponents control lose 500, of course. Why not? If this card is in the owner's possession and is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target one non-effect monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Sure, again, another thing. I don't see its use, but if there are casual players that like playing normal decks, sure. Baba Barber, this is where you find the niche ones. He's a 200 attack, Dark, Link 2. At the start of each battle phase, you can target this card or one monster this card points to, banish it until the end phase. He has a Link arrow that points to the left and one down. So realistically, when the heck are you pointing it to one of your own cards? I don't know. Grid Rod's another equip. Rising Fire is another... Oh, it's a Salamangreat card. Okay. If you control no monsters, activate this card by targeting one fire monster in your graveyard. Special summon it and equip it with this card. The equipped monster gains 500 attack. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. If this card is in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish one monster on the field. Okay, you can only use Rising Fire once per turn. This one is sick. Fury of Fire. Special summon up to 2 Salamangreat monsters with different names from your hand and or graveyard in defense position, but their effects are negated. Also, for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you can only special summon from the extra deck once. So this is your like end all be all. I can't imagine this card being good. I hope it is. I want it to go up. That's my prediction. The Fortune Lady cards, Fortune Vision, Yosenju stuff. A lot of this stuff is just new core stuff. Some org stuff. I don't think any of this stuff is going to get picked up unless we get a heavy ban list or unless someone breaks one of these card sets or one of these archetypes. Maybe some org, maybe Maren. Like, likely it's Maren, but maybe Samorg. Samorg doesn't look that good, and they didn't print it well enough. Storm Dragons. Okay, these three. Return to the normal. When exactly one monster is normal summoned or special summoned face up, destroy all monsters on the field with less attack than the monster. Okay? Busted. Get Out, even busted. Target 2 monsters your opponent controls that were special summoned from the extra deck. Shuffle them into the deck. It doesn't remove them. It does target, and it's 2, but like 2 guard dragons. That's all it takes. You take LP, Aggro Paint, buy. Right in between the Aggro Paint effect. Chain, buy. They go. Away. Goodbye. Get Out. Goodbye. That's going to be a sick card. Storm Dragon Return. Target 1 banished monster. Special summon it to your field, but return it to the hand during the end phase. That's going to be sick. If we get more than a turn with the Thunder Chaos deck, that will be a sick card. Set Uppercut, not that bad. Fighting Dirty, not that bad. The rest of these kind of look stupid. The Dream Mirror stuff came out. It's like the Dream Mirror stuff is also like very minimal. It has like a 6 card set. This just reminds me, they put value in these cards, but it reminds me of the Time Thief stuff that might only get used very, very minimally. Here's another busted card. Number 29, Mannequin Cat. So another numbered card. 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it to your opponent's field. Okay? Stay with me. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while you control this monster, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon 1 monster with the same name, same type or attribute from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay? So think about it this way. If you remember what Summon Sorceress did, she could do that, but she targeted what you summoned and what it was pointing to, right? And it had to be something from your hand. So now you rely on your opponent to special summon something from them. It targets that, and then you get to special summon something beside this or anywhere on your field that is the same attribute or type from anywhere, from your graveyard, from your hand, from your deck, wherever. And you can only do it once a turn. How nuts is that? That's ridiculous. And sometimes you don't even have to special summon something. It can be something that's already there, and they already happen to special summon. It's nuts. That card is going to go up. I wish they're probably going to, if it gets played, I mean, it's a rank 2, so it's kind of awkward. But if it does see play, it'll go up and it'll get super rented again. It looks like a card Konami really meant to be super, but they want people to play OTS, and I think that's the next one in OTS 12. I'll make my prediction now. White Howling is sick. Stryker Mirrors, oh my god. This card is so sick. I can't wait to show you guys my Stryker deck. If you control a water monster, i.e. Shizuku, target 1 spell in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do, for the rest of the turn, negate all spell effects on your opponent's field. Do you know how disgusting that is? If you banish their 1 multi-roll, they can never get it back. If you banish an engage, they can't search it, or they can't get it back. If you banish anything, they can't get it back. It's nuts. And they can't use spells at all. That's disgusting. You have your FA Shining Star Link, 2 machine monsters, not good enough to play in any random machine decks, but our lovely, lovely Dragoonity Knight Romulus, 2 dragons and or winged beast monsters, but no tokens. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Dragoonity spell or trap, or 1 Dragon Ravine from your deck to your hand. If a dragon monster is okay, that's just already busted. If it's summoned, you can do all that busted crap. Already making freaking pendulums nuts, okay? It's the pre-Electromite for your card fixing. Crazy. If a dragon monster is special summoned from the extra deck to a zone this card points to, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 dragon or winged beast monster from your hand in defense mode for the rest of the turn. Its effects are negated, and it cannot be used as link material. So you have to use it as an exceed, you have to tribute it, you have to do something with that card. But it's a free summon. It's a free summon on top of another summon. That's ridiculous. You can only use each effect of Dragoonity Knight once per turn. He's busted right out of the gate. I can't wait to see how easily he's broken. And then finally, our 1 Endymion card. Imagine that. 1 Endymion card coming out of an entire set. If this card is normal or special summon, place 1 spell counter on it. You can remove 1 spell counter from this card, discard 1 spellcaster monster, set 1 continuous spell directly from your deck, but for the rest of the turn you cannot activate it or activate cards or the effects of cards with its name. You can only use each effect. Okay, that's just a slow card. It's too slow. It'd be more busted. It's so Yu-Gi-Oh! To say, but for the rest of the turn you can activate it. Why? Why would we not be able to activate it? This is sick, and it's stuck in an archetype. I don't know why you wouldn't just let me play this card that I get to set for free. That's despicable. So, what did we learn? We picked a few cards that we like, a few cards that we don't like, a lot of stuff about the Maren sets that we will hope to see is built into the future. We hope Appaloosa goes down in price. I don't think she's the chase card. We're gonna get so many packs of this, and I don't really care for it. What do I think of the set so far? There's nothing in this set I need. I don't need anything. I'm not picking up the set and like dying to grab cards from it, and I don't know why. I don't know why they would make this set and not throw things in here, like even needle fiber. Just give us a reason to buy the set, because right now there's nothing, especially after BLHR, Hero's Revenge. There's nothing here I want. But yeah.
So, I mean, that's all the cards that we've seen so far. Like I said, there are cards that'll go up, there are cards that'll go down. I think the overall consensus from a lot of people is that I don't think there's really anything to come out of this set that you want, that you're dying for. Things that we're thirsting for. Like in Dark Neostorm, we were hunting for like brand new cards like No Material and busted cards like the new BA Link and Sign Up Mining and cool cards like that. This set doesn't really have anything like that. There's nothing to search for. There's nothing for me to go and make sure I go to every event and buy as many packs as I can. I'm not cracking cases on this set. Sorry. But yeah, you guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, hit us with a like, subscribe for more quality content, and we'll see you in the next one. I usually, let Craig take it out, but I mean, he's not here right now, so he can take it out a little. I'll just let Craig handle the rest from here.
Hey guys, it's Craig with Team Cardboard Cravings. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please subscribe and like and comment and add to watch later and hit the notification button if we have one. The next video should be here, Dorian, put that in the end part. And we'll see you in the next one.